Thank you, Diane.
All right.
And let me express how grateful I am for you inviting me to share just a few thoughts with you today. I've been given 3 minutes, so I will use the next 2 minutes and 45 seconds to speak in reference to teachers are important to the community. I have in my mind a number of persons that affected and impacted my life. One of them was a lady who was a teacher, and all of them are teachers, by the name of Mrs. Eddie Lou James. She went home to be with the Lord just a matter of months ago. But let me tell you, and of course I thought that I were the student that she chose to take out her frustrations on. In later years, in discussion with her, I discovered that the reason why she was so hard on me was not because I was picked out to be the person on whom she took out her frustrations, but it was because of the potential that she said she saw in me. And I thank God that I had a teacher who cared like Mrs. Eddie Lou James. Listen, teachers are important to the community. And let me conclude by giving you very quickly 4 thoughts that I have about teachers being important to the community. First of all, teachers educate. Yes. You're the persons that educate our children. Teachers, through educating, they influence, and not only do they influence, they empower. They give them the inward. They see the fortitude and they urge us on to become the best that we can be. Secondly, not only do they educate, they elevate. Do you know persons that you teach, children that you touch, will become future voters? And mentioning voters, we're the ones that elect the electorals who are making decisions about your salaries. Teachers elevate. They elevate students to voters, and then they elevate them to become victors. They are the ones who would take up the mantles after we have passed on, after our times have ended. They will be the ones who carry the torches on in this society, in this community in which we live. But not only do they educate and elevate, they empower for life. They empower them who will become our future leaders. And I believe not only do our school board, but our legislatures at the state level and even at the national level should recognize who we have, who we should value are the persons at the ground roots level. And finally, they educate, they elevate, they empower, and yes, they equip our young people, our posterity, to become those who equip others to do the most important job on the face of the earth, and that is teach. And in the words of the greatest teacher who's ever walked the face of the earth, teach them to observe all things.